Think of the most thrilling moments in boxing.
Get ready for the MGM Grand to erupt.
You think of Floyd Mayweather.
Look at this displayed by Floyd Mayweather.
The main name in the sport right now, boxing. No matter how you cut it, slice it, and dice it, it's only one name that counts, and that's Mayweather.
Today, undefeated Floyd Mayweather has emerged as not only one of the greatest fighters of all times, but perhaps the best ever.
I'm the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world.
Boxing's undisputed #1 attraction.
The biggest star in boxing.
Motherfucker, I am boxing.
A man who has set the all-time pay-per-view record not once,
Fight with De La Hoya setting the benchmark for pay-per-view buys,
but twice,
this event sold out in less than 24 hours.
having generated a staggering $700 million in pay-per-view sales.
We used to call it pay-per-view. You know, once I took over the game, we started calling it May-per-view.
Floyd Mayweather is the highest-paid athlete in the world today.
I'm fly, I'm flashy, I'm rich. They call me the $500 million man. This is a pile of cash.
And an internationally recognized TV star and personality.
It's boxing great Floyd Mayweather.
Hard work! Hard work!
Floyd Mayweather has changed the sport of boxing in ways never imagined.
Floyd Money Mayweather. No losses, no draws. Everybody talk about all Floyd is a defensive fighter. Now, there's no fighter left from my '96 Olympic team.
You feel like
There's no fighter really from the '92 team.
it's 10 years since David Reed's been gone.
'92, there's no fighters from the '92 team or the '96 team. So now y'all sit back and say, damn, well, Floyd was right. You know what? More fighters should have had defense. They would have lasted longer. It's just that defense. You can't break through the defense. The defense is, you know, I talk with my father. You know, it's a defense. You cannot break through the defense. I don't care what you do. It's a defense. You're not gonna be able to break through it. It's just, it's something that my dad learned from Dale and Mitch, his trainers. It's something that come from the Midwest, from Dale and Mitch. They come from Detroit. It's just something that you can't break through. It's an unbelievable defense that you can't break through. It's not my fault that when I fight fighters that I dominate. It's like, oh, it's one. Just because I don't take no punishment. That's not my fault. But once again, it's not cool to take punishment. Ain't nothing cool about taking punishment. If I was in a bunch of wars, then I probably wouldn't be right here giving you guys an interview right now. It's totally different once you get inside there with me. On the outside, it may look one way. Watching me on TV may look one way. Everybody trying to I guess it's a remedy. Everybody trying to solve the remedy and break the remedy and break the code on my defense. But I don't think it can happen. And I think it looks totally different on the outside than when you're inside that ring. I guess everybody think it's cool. You know, if not everybody want to praise Muhammad Ali and say, oh, we love you. When they used to call him the Louisville Lip, they used to dog Muhammad Ali and talk about him so bad, which is unbelievable. And so now all of a sudden that, you know, he's in a position to where he can barely talk. They're like, oh, he's the greatest. We love him. Let's bring him out. Let's take him everywhere. And that's not cool.
Talking about Ali, Ali didn't become competitive until his mid to late 30s. Nobody's competitive up until now with you. Anybody you face, you dominated. Do you foresee yourself being in, let's say, more thrilling fights as you get older?
Man, basically what you're saying is Floyd. get beat up and get some black eyes, then get your hand raised.
No.
Stoop to everybody else. Stoop to everybody else's level and be stupid.
When you get older, I'm saying. When you get older, do you think
there's nothing cool about taking punishment, getting beat up, getting bloody lips, and getting a check? The coolest thing I can do, I can dominate you, shut you out, and make crazy money, and go home and live with my family in a very, very comfortable and happy way. That's how I like it. That's how I like it.
All right, fans, here we go. It's time for the bout you've all been waiting for. There's a crowd going wild. He is in trouble. Look at his legs. Oh, they are going at it. Tyson laid it on, pouring it on. Down goes Bruno into the ropes. The right by Barkley hurts his dad. Oh, down goes Chavez for the first time in his career. What a shot by Evander Holyfield. Castillo's in trouble. What a fight! It's showtime!
No one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. My defense is impregnable.
Well, in his own mind, he's the champion of every division, past, present, and future. He's the kind of performer who walks around like there's a band following him. You know, if he was a peacock, he'd never fold his feathers. His old man, his pound-for-pound title is bigger than the welterweight title.
Well, and I think, frankly, fans are so confused by the panoply of belts in every division that many of them now pay more attention to the unofficial pound-for-pound ranking to identify who are the real stars in the sport. And incidentally, Floyd always says, Emmanuel, that this is a gladiator's sport, and now I know why he said it so many times leading into this fight.
Well, he's quite a showman, and I like the fact that even though he's wrapped up in all of his ego and all his other things he's doing, he still has trained properly for this fight. Floyd shows up, shows off, and usually stops the show.
And incidentally, that shield is no giant exaggeration of the Mayweather body. Because yesterday, when he stepped onto the scales at the weigh-in, he looked way more like Roy Jones than ever before. A deeply muscled chest now, a rippled belly a la Jones, and rest assured that Floyd, who is something of a narcissist, who says that he takes a shower before he works out, is tremendously proud of the way he looks.
If he's that proud of the way he looks, maybe he should have foregone all of this kitschy showbiz stuff and showed us what he looks like.
Well, eventually we're going to get a chance to see.
Wearing white with pink, official weight 146 pounds. Professional record, a perfect one. 36 bouts, 36 victories, including 24 knockouts. From Grand Rapids, Michigan, the undisputed pound-for-pound king of boxing, the undefeated former super featherweight world champion, lightweight world champion, super lightweight world champion, and welterweight champion of the world, pretty boy, Floyd Mayweather.
Robert Bird, the third man in the ring, and Mayweather setting it up, moving side to side, but again, a lead right hand by Mayweather. Guerrero misses with the counter shot.
He's ready to counter the right hand of Floyd Mayweather and does so immediately. That's a good sign for him.
Even if he doesn't land, he's very reactive. It's a good sign, exactly, and it shows he's here to fight.
It's better against righties when you're on the ropes, and we saw evidence of why.
Back to your point, Alex. Mayweather very flat-footed.
He avoids that left hand and avoids the bull rushing Guerrero.
Floyd Mayweather is the master of defense. He's very good at making fighters miss. Here he does it to Guerrero. Couldn't get a counter-punch in there, but he often makes fighters miss like that. And two very close rounds in the first two rounds. And again, there you see Mayweather doing what we're so accustomed to seeing him do. And the right hand by Mayweather is a punch he's trying to land, and
Mayweather showing a softer, quieter, introspective side. Some people believe it may be just for the cameras, maybe just for show, but there's a right hand, and Guerrero comes back with the left hook. Total punches. You've seen, or are you surprised by the way this fight has started?
No, especially both fighters are strong, so Guerrero is going to have to be broken down by Floyd. Floyd is going to make this easier.
Floyd doing a good job of avoiding Guerrero's jab.
as you say, an overcommitment on his part.
Final 60 seconds of the third round. Mayweather avoiding that shot.
You know, the one thing we haven't talked about physically, on the inside, Mayweather is the stronger guy. Yeah. So it makes Guerrero unavailable to work. He's not able to work on the inside.
Well, Mayweather has been the welterweight for much longer than Guerrero.
True.
And continues to tag him with the right hand. That one was blocked. Guerrero unable to crack that Mayweather code thus far.
Guerrero's jab, he's using it, but it has not been effective.
Left uppercut. And there's a nice jab by Guerrero. Under a minute left in the eighth. Again, Mayweather sticks the right hand into Guerrero's torso. Counter left by Mayweather, and again, just continues to accumulate those right hands on Guerrero's face.
The accuracy of Mayweather has always been the hallmark of what he does in the ring, and we're seeing evidence of it here tonight. He's landed 115 punches out of 284 he's thrown.
He has the variation. He throws the right hand around. He throws it to the stomach. He throws it to the head straight. Throws it around again.
The 1-2 combination.
You just can't see. Guerrero just can't time it. You just don't know which one it's going to be because all of them are fast.
And another right hand hurts Guerrero. 10 seconds left. The fans now beginning to get behind Mayweather as they like what they're seeing here. Ninth round coming up.
If Marcos Maidana is timid about attacking,
he's got to start fast. He can't let Floyd putting the jab to the head, to the stomach, nothing too hard, but just letting Maidana know he's varying the offense.
And of course, Maidana wants to. There's a right hand by Mayweather that tags Maidana.
Mayweather now getting into rhythm, changing the looks.
When it comes to speed, there is a huge deficit on Maidana's part as he gets caught with that left hook. Maidana for the rapid punches. There's the lead jab by Maidana. Mayweather pivoting away from the ropes, now using lateral movement.
puncher normally can make a difference. And there you see him land big power punches as counter punches.
Weakness in Ricky Hatton's style. It could be that Hatton can be open for big shots because he's trying to get inside.
But he just get hit with two good left hooks by Floyd Mayweather. Giving you that shoulder. Now he works downstairs, leans forward. Ricky trying to press him. That's his fight plan all the way. Every time Ricky comes in, he's getting hit with a left hook. So Hatton gets in and he loads up to throw his shot. If he doesn't get him with a jab, he's over to the left hook. As he comes in to press the guy, he has a little slight movement to his left. See that little dip right there? He's open for the left hook there. A counter left hook.
And Mayweather nailed him with a right hand as well.
But he's not going to stop the intensity of this fight. Hatton is fighting like his life depends on it, not to win.
And he has to try to rough it up and disrupt Mayweather, even if he loses a point or two along the way.
Floyd will give you that left shoulder inside. It's there with the left hook right there. Baits again. Open again. Watch him, folks. When he baits to the left, he's wide open for the left hand. Then he'll tie you up. He'll grab your hands. He's so slick. In this case, he just punches his way out. Look at this. This is hand speed. Frustrating for Hatton. This guy's a master boxer. Folks, I wish you could be where we are. You'd have the chills watching this fight.
Master boxing by Mayweather. Hatton sticking to his stance but gets drilled.
Left hook drops him. And then he hit his head off the turnbuckle. And he's very, very wobble. A left hook came like a bolt out of the blue. Got the 7 and 8. His eyes are clear, but his legs aren't there. Watch this guy trying to finish him off now. He's not there. He's in a heap of trouble. And there's a lot of time. Ricky can only do what he's doing, and that's to hang on. His legs are still not there. Floyd knows it. This is the beginning of the end.
You won't let him off.
There he is, all over. The fight is over. Floyd Mayweather has stopped Ricky Hatton in the 10th round to retain the WBC and Ring Magazine welterweight championship of the world. By one of the great fighters of all time.
And here's how he does it. Catches Hatton on the way in with the hook. It's even a fallaway hook by Mayweather, but he gets all of his power into it. He meets Hatton coming in at the point of the chin. And that's the knock.
With the high guard, flashing the jab. Avoids that right and pops him with the jab. So Mayweather's defense, timing is on point.
Against left-handers, Floyd Mayweather lands 50% of his power punches. And you know, there's some feeling.
Again, back to your point.
smooth, and he thinks that's going to make for a smooth effort in this fight.
Although you wonder. Mayweather threw a wild right hand. Now Guerrero again walking him down along the ropes. Mayweather shoulder roll and then pops off that piston-like right hand.
Bobby's going to have to make some kind of adjustment. He's going to have to change his rhythm or something because Floyd's got his timing down pretty pat right now.
And yet, for the return of Floyd Money Mayweather, defending the welterweight title against Robert the Ghost Guerrero, as we are into the 6th round.
And Mayweather's... He really wants him to try that punch when he's on the inside. And there it is. That's where he should throw it.
Majority of those punches blocked by Mayweather. Able to continue to sneak through the guard with that right hand.
Stance is your straight right hand, and Floyd Mayweather over the course of the past 3 or 4 years has become increasingly aggressive and tremendously effective with straight right hands. On the other hand, Judah will try to throw straight left hands up the gut against Floyd Mayweather. Out process, Lennox. Do you see a feeling out process here? First big power throw of the fight. Judah jabbing and getting blocked every time by Floyd Mayweather's left glove. He caught all those jabs with the glove. Mayweather just sort of smiles and dances away. He decided to go to the body. Left hook to the body by Mayweather. Mayweather blocking Judah's shots with his gloves.
Left-handed land, the left landed, the rest of the blows were grazing, but didn't matter. Didn't land. Good defense by Mayweather.
He's terrific.
He's just too quick. Hard to catch him with a clean punch.
That's the product of the accurate punching by Floyd Mayweather.
You have to wonder whether the body punches are slowing him down a little bit. Otherwise, why would he do that? Why would he go in the corner that way?
I spoke to perennial contender DeMarcus Corley before the fight. He has fought both men in the ring and lost to both. Corley spent the last several weeks as a sparring partner for Floyd Mayweather in Mayweather's camp. He said the focus focus in training every day was body, body, body. Corley said to me, he said, after what I've learned from Floyd in this camp, I have a new regimen. I'm doing 500 sit-ups a day.
There was blood coming out of the nose and mouth of G.
There'll be more of it after that big right.
Well, if he's going to win this one, he's going to have to go for it. Then he's just banged on the end of a jab there. It's almost like a radar, and he's out of there. From inexperience, from such an experienced man, I think he thought the referee was going to call break there. Mayweather's got a big statement to make, not even allowing him into the fight. Chin. Maybe glance off the top of his head, catch him in the shoulders, but the chin is nowhere to be found.
Remember, it's a check left hook that led to Ricky Hatton's dispatching Floyd Mayweather. Love him or hate him, and he's not everyone's cup of tea, but he is such a talent and possibly the best fighter to lace on the gloves.
What an incredible fighter he is.
Just can't get through. Elbows tucked down. Right hand, and he appreciated that, Mayweather. That was nice to see, as Marquez had 1 bit of success.
I just know it. How do you? I know it. I just know I can feel it.
That's 6 cents.
I can feel it. Like when I'm in there with you, I can feel it. I know what you're gonna do.
You see your body movement, and you see what you do.
I just know. I just know.
Ring on my left, fighting out of the blue corner, really needing no touch of the world. Ring Ross fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, by way of Grand Rapids, Michigan. He weighed in at a ready 146 pounds, with the longest undefeated streak in boxing today. His record stands at 45 wins, no losses, 26 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, he is making his 23rd world title appearance. Please welcome the current reigning WBC welterweight champion of the world. Here is boxing's undisputed top attraction and pound-for-pound superstar. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the 5-division champion of the world, the one and only Floyd Mayweather. Defensive genius though.
Already he stepped out of range and come back with a sharp looking counter, so difficult to catch, and he's stepping in with the jab there. I mean, Marquez can do all the right things in the right order to find
He's so quick, little feint, and he goes and he's out again. So difficult to face.
He's back to prove he's the king.
And I think he's also proved, especially against a lone Ricky Hatton, that he's not just a fancy Dan. If he has to stand and trade, he can do it. Mayweather had the size to do that. He could impose himself. Marquez not able to do that. Marquez knows if he takes chances, he can end up on the floor again.
The slick left. You don't see Marquez miss like that, usually.
See, it's this kind of desperation. He's doing things out of character because the right things don't work. So you start trying the wrong things. Come around to Mayweather. When he wants to dig the shots in, spreads the feet. There's the right hand.
Super.
He's a phenomenal talent. Just see the slightest move Marquez makes, Mayweather senses it, pulls himself away, the punch comes. I just hope Mayweather does not make him look an ordinary fighter tonight. And he is so good, that is not out of the question. I mean, he was so sharp in that opening round. You had Marquez hitting fresh air so often.
Said he's doing this to the Mexican people, but down he goes! And that was sharp and slick and accurate from Floyd Mayweather. And one Manuel Marquez is floored in the second round.
Well, that was like Mayweather saying you get smart one, which is what happens to you. Two of the left hooks, the second one put him over.
Precision from Mayweather. Who thought he'd be rusty? Straight back into his rhythm.
And this is what he decided to punish Marquez for the success he had with the right hand. As I said, Adam, I just hope he does not make Marquez look like an ordinary fighter tonight, because he is anything but.
That was pure class, and he's in and out quickly. Mayweather. Dazzling hand speed. And he's the heavier man. Marquez can't cope at the moment.
It just looks Adam as though Mayweather can land punches whenever he pleases.
He's going to have a problem in this fight. He's coming out in the first round throwing his punches.
You're Robert Garcia, who in 1998 was an Alphabet champ at junior lightweight. At the same time, Floyd Mayweather was in the midst of his first title run. Jab to the midsection by Mayweather. It all changed the tempo.
In all of his recent fights, Maidana has been buzzed at least by someone. So Mayweather.
Counterpunch. Yeah, good counter right by Mayweather. Arm punch by Maidana. On the ropes. Mayweather able to escape. You know, Maidana does pack more punch than most, followed by the overhand right by Mayweather. Lead right cross by Mayweather.
Imperative for Mayweather to drop those body shots in there to slow Maidana's progress down. Language of the fight, what Maidana wants. He couldn't have asked for a better start.
Overhead right, that right misses.
They're trying to do what he can, because when he's up in Mayweather's chest, he knows he needs to put in work no matter.
So, if in fact they would have to go to the scorecards because of that.
And that's good. I don't mean literally, of course. But his speech at the Rebels Club down there in Sydney. But free, scheduled for 12, as you know. Canelo Alvarez to the right of the screen tries a chopping right hand.
Commander.
You know, don't forget, David, we're talking about Mayweather, who's 36. I don't see any deterioration in his skills whatsoever, because he's never been hit. So in reality, rounds of this fight, easily he's won this. Not controversially, not close. He's outboxed this guy as he planned to do. 3 rounds in the book for Mayweather. Just simply 10-9, 10-9, 10-9. Wanted to do. But he hasn't landed anything. Went for the uppercut that time.
There's that short right hand by Mayweather. Lead right hand against the right-hander. Not supposed to work, but it does for him. In every fight we have seen that because of his reflex.
That's Floyd. He's not just missing because he's inaccurate. He's just missing because of Floyd's defense.
No.
Oh, sure, Floyd's going to get caught at some stage, but he's in such great physical condition, it'll take a lightning bolt to put him down. And he loves it because he knows he's in command right now. Everything he does is sensational. The more if somebody hits you at him, but for this guy, he's so much under control. Look at the way he makes out. He's making him look like an amateur. And this is a 2-time world champion of his own life. Look at Floyd, 3 in a row. Trunks. They're actually blue snakeskin trunks. Like that. Well, I guess he could afford snakeskin. He's getting 82 million now, they tell me, for this fight. It started at 41 guaranteed, now it's up to 82. Canelo coming in, he's frustrated, wants to land something big, lines up, can't catch him, bounces left, back to the right, upstairs with a hand. Canelo comes in on him, jab, 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 miss with the right hand. Here he is again, miss. Oh, misses.
Because this guy catches a lot of big punches. Look at that. Overhand right as Cotto comes in, bang, with the right hand goes Floyd Mayweather. And he lands the big one. Big one with an uppercut that time. Snaps the head back and Miguel Cotto. Got a 15-3 edge in power shots this round. Going back about 15 seconds, and he's added to that. And this is utter artistry from the money man. That's a nice move there by Mayweather. Let him set the trap, and he does. I mean, these are things that you learn. These are things that are instinct for a fighter. How often does a guy just walk into a right-hand lead like that when he's in nominal pursuit? And Cotto has. Absolutely come alive. Problem is, it's been few and far between because Mayweather is just such a great fighter.
From a variety of angles. Big right hand by Mayweather, perfectly thrown. when you jab more than once, because he's timing your jab and landing right hands over.
Here's Mayweather with the right hand again. He lands it flush.
Sometimes they're both talking. Is that going to disorient the fight?
No. I think it's the best thing he could get. You get this far away from him and get back in the fight with one punch. That's it. I don't think Floyd's worried about his punches anymore. That's it.
Look like 3 or 4 straight right hands.
Get that knockout again.
Talk about the right hands, George, and the way he throws them.
Oh, he counters once again with that right hand. He's confident. Poor range on it to do it again. And if he stands up, right there again. And that's a lot of punching to take. He misses him with the left hook. Right hook.
You know, he's not regarded as a power puncher, but that's a textbook show of how to put your shoulder into the punch, right?
He did everything right. Snatches his waist back, right on top. Pull it back,
Get
right
your
on
shoulder
back.
into it. Look at that.
Then right over the ear, right in the face, right there. Seldom you'll see a fighter land 3 of the identical punches and finishing the guy off. Mayweather did tonight.
He's so good.
He is that good.
He's landing at about 50% to stay in these rounds.
Yeah, Maidana gets in his chest and smothers him. He's not able to even get him off from the punch. Short right hand by Mayweather. Misses with that overhand right. Goes to the body with the jab. Nice straight right counter by Mayweather.
And then when they're in the center of the ring, the Mayweather lead right is a spectacular weapon, and it was there in that situation. Official have Maidana ahead by 2 points, and Steve and Paulie having a draw, so you can see they're doing a better job defensively. Now in the center of the ring, of course, he slips punches very well, lands the lead right hand over the jab, and then
Lead right hand in kinship rounds. It's the moment at the MGM Grand. Right hand from Mayweather.
Mayweather using the right hand as he so often does. This was over a lazy jab by Maidana. We've seen this several times, and we've shown you several replays that are very much like it.
A guy who will pay attention to the punch percentages tonight when we're giving them. He has held so many opponents under 20% landed their punches. So he is a superior defensive fighter. You see the shoulder roll, you see him spin off, and he's able to spin from offense to defense and back better than just about anybody ever has done. Now Miguel's trying to go for the head. Now Floyd ties him up. Great extension to his punches. Look how he turns his shoulder. Look at the way he made Cotto miss coming in. The shoulder roll. Talking about it. The master of that. He's fast enough to get out of the way before being hit with a camera. Jumps up, gets off the left hook, stands downstairs, touches underneath the right elbow, bangs him with the right hand, upstairs to the back of the head. Floyd sets up again. Cotto comes in but doesn't land anything. This guy is sensational, is the Mayweather. He's so hard to hit. The crowd delight. Little over a minute to go in the second round of this fight. Floyd cracking the right hand to the left side of the skull, then the uppercut on the inside. This guy, you're right, he rolls his shoulders. He can load shots off the ropes, and he's choosing to mix with Cotto. Here's Mayweather mixing it up with Cotto. Talked about the good defense. Look at the elbow up, blocked out, allowing Cotto to fire an uppercut at him on the inside. And then he's trying to turn and do the damage in here. And he is doing the damage. He landed the uppercut, hard to keep Cotto off of him. Then he bends over to his right, always to his right side. And then if any time, if Cotto can pick that up, is to really crack him with the right hand. As the cheers go up to Cotto to try to inspire him, it really just inspires emotional aspect. He has to, and look at that on the offside. He basically threw it with a southpaw would throw. To keep his opponent off balance all the time. Uppercut inside. He's standing straight up right now, and Cotto still can't get to him. Floyd shakes his head now. How frustrating is it to fight this guy? I mean, I thought it was going to be a different fight altogether, that Cotto was going to be able to land something. He can't get any power shots in this guy's head. Nothing. He wants to show this guy what a good fighter. There's no bad blood between these guys leading up to this fight. Uppercuts him inside by Floyd. Cotto's going to be saying, well, what do you have to do with this guy? Look at the hand speed of Floyd. The replay shows he hangs the left hand low and uses his shoulder to parry off punches. The guy is just extraordinary. You're watching a real ring genius.
Well, we're asking the 21 months would it take him time to adjust. Well, he's answered that. Sharp as a razor.
The shoulder roll. The tight defense. The razor sharp speed.
See, opponents just cannot set themselves to get any power into the punches. His reflexes are razor sharp. See, just the slightest hint that Marquez is going to throw something. Mayweather senses that it's almost like a radar, and he's out of there.
Down already, Marquez, in the second round. Mayweather toying with him.
Of opponents working the body is the good plan, but the problem is you try to get close, you're punished. I mean, all the plans, as he says himself, 39 people have come in with plans that haven't worked.
He told me in London, Jim, it will be a chess match, but a brutal chess match. It's been a one-sided exhibition. Not even close. The shoulder rolls, the defense, and the frustration on the face of Marquez. That right hand he just threw, and again whipping them in.
Lovely left hook again. So he actually gets power into the left hook as he's pulling his chin out of harm's way. Amazing. You can't really teach fighters things like that. It's just instinctive, natural.
Every time he inches forward, Marquez, the punishing counter, and that left hook is working a treat.
see it with the southpaw to right-handed fighter.
But with Floyd Mayweather, you're getting a righty, sometimes a lefty, and sometimes a squared-up guy because he can do it all.
Guadalajara, Jalisco, in Mexico, and the Mexican had turned out the seas.
The hook and then tie him up, try to make it a rumble on the inside. Chose to be in front of him more and make it a little bit more. Oh, he's gone back to the points in using the angles and doesn't want to get hit. This round is a little bit more the Guerrero feel.
Well, until he softens up this kid, he can't take a chance of getting hit by a guy who weighs 15 pounds more than he is. Subject to puffiness around the eyes, plus he's never been hit like he's going to be hit by Floyd Mayweather. Look at the hand speed. Look at that mouse coming up underneath the left eye. Slowly, Floyd is busting up that face of Canelo Alvarez. Meanwhile, Mayweather seemingly unmarked and filled with confidence. Look at the way he protects himself.
Pauses this opening. Subtle shift, and then he darts away from the Canelo shot and scored.
Solid right hand, but look at this kid, just misses. It's not that he's inaccurate, he's just missing because of the defense of the sensational Floyd Mayweather. Around, making the kid miss, depending on his conditioning. Now he starts to pot shot Canelo. This is frustrating for Canelo. He's never been treated like this. He's being disrespected by being outboxed. And it's frustrating. Bam, he taps him on the chin. Bam, with the right hand.
He's got to get inside, even though he's lining it up. He has to throw the technique idea to the window and just lower his shoulders and go after Mayweather. Whatever he pays, so what? He has to pay for that privilege to try and get that close shot. Otherwise, Mayweather can just play with him as well, as he feels like.
And that's what he's doing now. Floyd has decided he's going to box him. I'm going to give this kid a boxing this now. He's up.
There's Canelo with the jab, the right hand. And he's got to be a little quicker when he does that because that's why he walks into the right hand. When I said he has to gamble, that jab and right hand that he's...
Glancing blows upstairs. This guy just doesn't get hit. I mean, what would happen if he didn't nail him with a shot? I'll tell you what would happen. The guy's in such great shape. You ever see him in the gym when he does those neck exercises with the weights? And that's what gobbles up power. And that's what happens. Should he get hit? But he never gets hit. So a glancing blow won't get the job done.
And even though he never gets hit, he doesn't have a bad style. Some people who never get hit are considered boring, but Mayweather has turned it into an exciting art form.
Folks, you are watching absolutely one of the greatest fighters in the history of boxing. Be pleased you spent your money to see this. Be pleased. This is history.